This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important updates to share with you. With inflation really high, retirees are cutting down on meals, and workers are trying to get a second job due to the increased prices of living. What is going to be done about this? Can anything be done about it? I'm going to play a video clip from a Democrat who has a plan about inflation. Is it talk or something going to happen? I'll play you that video clip. Also, we'll go over this article. This is the total amount of stimulus money Americans are on track to get in 2022, and there's $170 checks going out to certain Americans, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a terrific Thursday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more daily, straight-to-the-point updates on financial matters that affect you. Let's get into it here. So high inflation pushes half of American workers to consider second jobs. So according to a recent survey, 38% of workers have looked for a second job, while another 14% are planning to do so. So yeah, things are getting really tight, saying with budgets tightening, workers are searching for ways to meet the rising cost of living, including finding new jobs. They said that working parents are especially pinched, as nearly 70% said their pay isn't keeping up with the costs. 47% of employees with children have looked for a second job, higher than the rates of workers overall. So yeah, things are getting worse and worse, and everything is expensive. Seniors cut back on socializing and meals as inflation pinches. Let me know if you are a retiree, a senior, what are you doing about everything that is so expensive and inflationary cost? What are you doing about it? What can be done about it? Well, this one Democrat, Ro Khanna, has a plan of what can be done. Is it just talk, or do you believe him? Let me know your thoughts on this clip right here.
I think there's a lot of issues, but inflation is probably front and center. I don't know whether Democrats came to the party late to acknowledge that and focused on other things or not. What's your view on that? That's what seems to be on voters' minds when they're polled.
Joe, you're right. It is on voters' minds. I think we should be talking more about the economy. We should have acknowledged inflation earlier, and then we should make a choice. Here's the choice. Democrats, we want to bring manufacturing back. We want to bring supply chains back. We want to put money in the pockets of working class. What are the Republicans running on? Objectively, they're saying, let's extend the Trump tax cuts.
Right.
How did that work out in Britain? Wasn't that what Liz Truss tried? She almost bankrupted the British economy. How can they say they want to fight inflation when they're literally running on what Liz Truss just tried to do in Britain?
We've had this discussion a lot recently about whether the tax cuts were beneficial or not. And, you know, from my point of view, I think that the reason that the deficit is down so much is because of the rip-roaring receipts that the federal government has taken in as we've recovered from the pandemic. And we were doing pretty well before the pandemic hit. Wages were growing. Income was growing. I want to get back to talking to you about something, because we had a discussion earlier today with Halima Croft, who was at the Davos in the Desert meeting with the Saudis and other members. Obviously, you have said we should, I guess, penalize the Saudis for not cooperating with us on trying to keep oil prices down. And I understand your rationale, but listening to her, I'm not convinced they're doing it to try and hurt us. I think they're doing it in large part because of their own domestic concerns. And if we were to stop giving them help as a counter to Iran and their intentions in the Middle East, I think it could have unintended consequences. Do you think about those things, Ro?
I do. First of all, I don't care what their motives are. I care what the impact they have on Americans. My job is to help make sure Americans are strong and aren't paying a lot at the pump. And I know what we give them. I mean, we give them more military technology than almost any other ally. We have so many joint defense arrangements. We give them 70% of their arms. And they're making over 70% profits on each barrel of oil.
Right.
You know, you and I have gone after big oil. Big oil companies are saints compared to what the Saudis are doing. And then they're going to go make more money off when we are one of their closest allies? No.
You know, we can cut that soundbite and just have it exactly what you just said, that the big oil companies are saints, and we might do that.
That'd be like Republican advertising these days.
So I'm not trying to trap you, but the reason, would you at least acknowledge that the rush to renewables globally, and especially in Europe, emboldened Putin to be able to sort of hold that entire continent hostage. And that, in large part, is why we have a lot of this inflation, and a lot of the issues that we're dealing with right now can go back to that, to the attack by the Biden administration on fossil fuels.
I don't think that's the case in the United States. In Europe, yes. I mean, Germany.
They rushed it, but there was a time when you said we're not going fast enough. We're not matching Europe on cutting production.
We've gone a lot slower than Europe. So
we have,
but then you can't turn around and say, well, then we go too fast.
Germany should have.
We haven't shut down nuclear plants. We haven't,
Well, Germany should have done nuclear. Even Chancellor Scholz, when we met him with Speaker Pelosi, he acknowledged that, and he's on the left, that Germany needs to have nuclear as part of its option. But in the United States, and look, you were right about the numbers, the highest, when we had a past conversation, 2019 was the peak of oil production. We're not quite there yet. But by 2023, we're going to be at the highest production. So this idea that we're not producing is just not true.
Americans are struggling and struggling really bad right now. Is Ro Khanna and the Democrats, do they have a plan to fix inflation? Does anybody have a plan? Do the Republicans? Or does inflation need to take its course? Should more aid be sent to Americans right now who are struggling? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. When it comes to stimulus here, stimulus update, this is the total amount of stimulus money Americans are on track to get in 2022. So federal government has not sent out a fourth stimulus check yet this year, at least on a federal level. A number of states have stepped up to send the money, and economists from Deutsche Bank recently estimated that the total to be paid out was $31 billion. So this article doesn't go over the individual amount that someone would get, because it's saying it could be as low as $75 or as high as $3,284 if you live in Alaska. And it really depends on where you're at. It could be over $3,000. As you see on a regular basis, there's all different types of articles of money being sent out by cities, counties, states. But $31 billion seems to be it, and I don't think it's equally distributed. Some states are giving out third and fourth stimulus checks, third and fourth rounds of stimulus checks, while some states are giving out zero. Let me know down in the comments below, has your state given out a stimulus check yet? Do they plan to? Let me know your thoughts. Another stimulus over here, more than 200,000 Americans sent direct payments worth $170 in the mail. Is money coming your way? So this is going on in Connecticut. This was the second payment sent to Connecticut residents in the past 2 months. So that's an example where some states are giving out multiple checks while other states are giving out $0. So the amount is $70 based on their $170, average payment $170 based on their taxes. It's another one of the state's Earned Income Tax Credit Enhancement Program. So yeah, that's going on in Connecticut. If you qualify for that, it's an automatic send out. You don't have to apply for that. But yeah, there needs to be more help for Americans. A lot of Americans are struggling right now, and I see it in the comments. I see a lot of people around the country just having a really hard time right now, and it doesn't help when there's a lot of talk on both the Republicans and Democrat side saying whatever they can to get a vote before the midterm election. I don't know if we should believe them or not. Really, action is the only thing that Americans need right now. But let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you want more videos like this, telling you the truth. And yeah, to hopefully cheer you up a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Oh, hi guys, I didn't see you there. Guys, can I tell you tip of the day, because you know, I'm still in South Carolina. I know it looks like in a different place, but let's get over it. Can I tell you the thing that you should really, really actually do when someone's hurt or you're hurt? You should really do something really good and help them out, because they're hurt. You can't let a person hurt. Stay there. I know you guys would do such a great thing, even better than that. Like help them up or something. And you can too. So that's all the advice that I wanted to give to you today. And also, this is my sister Kalea. Say hi. Hi. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. Still having my leg up in the bed most of the day. My foot swole up so much last night. It was like a balloon. I really got to have it up, elevated more. But it's hard. It's hard with family and all that. But anyways, hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos on my other channels, click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for watching.